fans, welcome once again inside Stuart Red Fox Stadium as the 1-4 Franklin College Grizzlies welcome the 1-3-1 Berea Mountaineers in the second of a two-game homestand for your Grizzlies. You're watching Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huber Automotive Group. My name's Brandon Barger. I'll be with you all night as we look to see if the Grizzlies can extend their win streak from 1 to 2 games. We'll start off first with the Grizzlies this season. They did come off a 4-0 win against Olivet in their third home game of the season. So far this season, they went down 4-2 at Wabash, a 1-0 heartbreak against St. Francis on the 4th of September, a 5-0 loss against Tryon, their second of their first home stands, and a 3-2 loss at DePaul before making that 4-0 win at home against Olivet. Leading goal scorer so far for the Grizzlies is the freshman John Moore. He's had 4 goals so far this season with a shot percentage of 40. He's had 5 shots on goal for a shot on goal percentage of 50. Also scoring for the Grizzlies so far this season, we have Danny Escamilla, Noah Harris, Dylan Neal, and Kobe Darnold, each scoring 1 apiece for the Grizzlies in these 5 games they've played. Eddie Usack and Toure Mooley lead the team in assists with 2 apiece. So look for them to be pushing the ball inside for the Grizzlies. In goal, it's been the Elliott Clark show once again for 4 games, 24 saves, 8 goals against in the games he's played so far for a save percentage of 75%, and a goal against average of 2 goals a game. Ian Rose also played so far. He was in for one of the losses Franklin had, but he had 6 saves with 5 goals against so far this season. Franklin usually looks to score their goals in the second half, as well as most of their corners come in the second half, so look for a lot of action from the Grizzlies at that point. Meanwhile, for the visiting Mountaineers of Berea, they are also coming off a 1-0 win against Warren Wilson in the last of their homestand before they start this 2-game road series. Their leading goal scorer so far is Junior Yamfi, 4 goals so far for the Mountaineers, with a shot on goal percentage of 71.4. Other goal scorers so far for the Mountaineers, Max Jr. and Leonardo Fernandez. Max Jr. also leads the team in assists alongside Julio Vargas Aguilera. In goal, usually for the Mountaineers, will be Benjamin Ratto. He's had 20 saves and 12 goals against this season, but he will not be starting here tonight against the Grizzlies. Instead, they will look to the sophomore who was in goal for their last win. That'll be Luis Macias. He had 3 saves and 1 goal against so far this season with the 1 win. Most of their goals will come in the first half, so look for Berea to come out early swinging and then to settle into play as the Grizzlies will look to come and swing in that second. Meanwhile, they also look for most of their corners in the first. So it's going to be a game of 2 halves between the teams, with Berea looking to start out early and the Grizzlies looking to finish the games in the second half. So let's get to the starting lineups for both teams. First up, we'll start with the Mountaineers. Once again, in goal will be the sophomore from Mayfield, Kentucky, number 1, Luis Macias. Down back at center back, you'll have the junior from Griffin, Georgia, number 4, Christoph Mendy. The junior from Bamenda, Cameroon, number 16, Brandon Atu, will be back at the center back position for them, as well as a wing back position will be the senior from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Juan Mercado. In center midfield, you'll have the senior from St. Lucie, Florida, number 2, Leonardo Fernandez, the sophomore from Candler, North Carolina, number 3, Emiliano Torres Vera, the junior from Somerset, Kentucky, number 6, Omar Canella, the senior from Westville, Ohio, number 10, Junior Yamfi. Look for him to make most of the goals tonight. And in the 2-4 positions, you have the freshman from Candler, North Carolina, Julio Vargas Aguilera, and the junior from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Max Jr. Head coach of the Mountaineers will once again be Ruben Rodriguez. Now for the starting lineup for your Grizzlies. In goal will be the 6-foot senior from Brownstown, Elliott Clark. Back in defense right in front of him will be the 6'1 freshman from Indy, Logan Ramsey. The 5'6 sophomore from Indy, Toure Moo. The 5'8 senior from Greenfield, Zach Tutro. And the 5'11 sophomore from Osgood, Kobe Darnold. In midfield for the Grizzlies will be the 6-foot sophomore from Newcastle, Eddie Usack. The 5'5 senior from Indy, Angel Tapia. The 6-foot sophomore from Indianapolis, Danny Escamilla. And the 5'8 junior from Martinsville, Ethan Baker. As well as the 5'9 freshman from Indy, Van de Liam. And in the lone forward position for your Grizzlies will be the leading goal scorer, the 5'10 freshman from New Pal, John Moore. And once again, head coach of your Grizzlies will be Cody Grauman. We're currently going through the starting lines right now after the national anthem. We will be getting underway very shortly. I'd like to give a shout out right now to my cameraman for tonight's game, Roth Kessler. He'll be up here making sure that the action stays right in front of you on this broadcast. We will do our best to give you the best game experience for today's game. Once again, it is the 1-4 Franklin Grizzlies taking on the 1-3-1 Berea Mountaineers. Berea will be out in the blue and white away uniforms, goalie in the neon green, while your Grizzlies will be in their Sunday best whites, all white shirt, pants, and socks, with Clark being in the black goalkeeper uniform. Teams in their final huddle right now before game starts. And it looks like it will be Berea starting out this first half of possession, which goes right into their game plan of coming out strong in the first half. And that looks like it will be Vargas Aguilera to start kickoff in this game. 90 minutes of Grizzlies soccer coming at you, starting here in a couple seconds. And there's the opening whistle, and we are underway here in Stuart Red Fox Stadium as the Mountaineers take on your Grizzlies. Action starts immediately. Berea already on the attack. Looks like Mercado there. He'll go all the way back to Mendy. Mendy now to the near side over to Areola. Areola drops back over to a 2. 2 sends it forward now to Fernandez. Fernandez looks ahead, looking for an option. He'll be stopped there, though, by Darnold. He'll take possession back, but will lose it once again to Torres Vera. Vera goes back to a 2. Shot up way over the hands of Clark. It will be a goal kick, the first of the evening for Clark. He has very booming kicks when he gets these goal kick shots, so look for it to go somewhere around midfield unless he decides to make it short to give the Grizzlies a running attack against this Berea defense. Here comes Clark's kick. Low drive over the head there of Baker, and it will roll right into Berea's possession. Goes back now to a 2. A 2 goes forward to Yamfi. Now sent all the way up. Tutro there will receive it and take possession back for the Grizzlies. Sent forward. He's looking for more. Lose possession, but Berea takes it back in their midfield position. Looking to make something happen here. Looks like a 2 there. He'll send it all the way over to Areola. Areola now looking for options. Sent forward, that goes to Torres Vera. Now over to Aguilera. Yamfi looking for his first. Shot off, and it's a nice save there by Clark as he dives down there for Torres Vera's first shot attempt of the game. Easy save there. Clark now looking to get the action back underway. We have 42 minutes left to go in this first half. High kick over the football 50. It'll bounce right into the hands of Areola. He'll go all the way back to Macias. Macias picks the ball up inside the zone, and he will now look to give it possibly to Mendy. Instead, he'll throw it all over to a 2 on the near side. A 2 now with it. Moves up. Through pass. Tuttle with a nice header there trying to take possession away, but it bounces over to Yamfi. Yamfi back over to Areola. Areola goes back. He won't get there. That will be Usac with a stop. As he goes down, it will be a foul on Usac. He committed that against Areola. That's his first of the game. Areola now resumes play for the Mountaineers. It's going all the way back over to Mendy on the far side. Mendy now moves forward. Has more. Mendy through pass. He's looking for Fernandez. Fernandez stays on side. Goes right between the legs, gets it over to Torres Vera. Shot there by Ariel, looking for a cross. Header off, but Vera gets it back, sent back over, and it's cleared out of the zone. As Moore is now against Atu. And Atu will win that one, but then again, a steal there by Van Leeuwen. He's sent forward, looking for John Moore. John Moore on the outside. Still onside, looking for options, trying to get around. It's like Atu. It'll go out, and it will be a corner for the Grizzlies, it looks like. Their first of the evening, and that will be Van Leeuwen to take it, the corner for the Grizzlies, as Coach Grauman's team sets up in their first set piece of the evening. Looking to score an early one here with 40-50 to go in the first half. Van Leeuwen gets it set up. He'll send it in. High kick. Cleared out of there by Canella. But Franklin will keep possession. Sit in. John Moore off the header. Shot off. And it'll be a save there by Macias, his first. Moore trying to make something happen there. Just not quite enough power or velocity on that kick to get past Macias as he just dives down to stop it. Ball now goes on the far side of Macias' kick. That looks like it's Canelo with it now, being guarded by Van Leeuwen. That's Ray Moo to change possession. Ball will get pushed back to Darnold, and Darnold will send it forward to Leon. Leon now looking for options. He'll go to the near side to Usac. Usac through pass. Trying to get to John Moore. Not quite there, but John will pick it up after the header from Mendy. John Moore sends it forward. It's a possible shot. He won't get there in time. As he was being heavily guarded there, it looks like that was Escamilla looking for an option there. Leon now, he'll go back. It'll roll all the way back now. That looks like that's Baker with it. Now he goes to Usac. Usac back now to Ramu. Ramu sends it all the way back into the midfield zone for the Grizzlies. Looks like Ramsey. Ramsey goes down. Play will continue. Tutro was on a long run on the far side, but just can't get there enough time to collect that. It'll go out for a goal kick. Berea's first of the evening. Play resumes now. That looks like that is Mendy with on the far side as a little short kick from Macias. Mendy moves forward into the midfield area. Long through pass, trying to get over to Fernandez. Stopped there, though, by Ramu, but it gets right around him. Bounces off the leg there of Baker. Will go out for a Berea throw-in. Vera with it now. Trying to get around two defenders, gets kicked out again. Will be another throw-in for the Mountaineers. Torres Vera now to throw in for Berea. Looks like he has Fernandez close. He'll just toss over to Fernandez. Fernandez will take the throw in over to Vera. Back to Fernandez. Fernandez looking for a cross. Bounces off the leg there of Usac. And it'll be another throw in for Berea. Ariel now with a long throw in going over to Aguilera. There'll be a foul. That's going to be called on Baker. His first of the game as he was trying to get the ball away from Vargas Aguilera. It'll be another free kick here. Be taken by Alexis Areola. As Clark directs his teammates into position for this set piece. This is being taken around the football 35-yard line. Long kick. Header as it goes off the head of one Berea player and just rolls out for a goal kick. Clark's second of the evening. Clark sets up. Gets a running start here. Long kick once again to midfield. That's Angel Tapia collecting it there for the Grizzlies, and now back on the attack, that's Tutro. Tutro now over to Ramu. Tutro sends a long pass. That's going to go off the foot now of Brandon Atu, as he'll take back over for Berea on the counter. Yamfi with it now. Long strides forward. He's got help up front. Goes over to Torres Vera. He'll let it drop back to Areola. Areola looking for a cross here. Gets around Ramu, but Ramu won't have any of it, and will kick it out for a goal kick. It looks like it went off the leg of Areola first in that situation. So Clark once again with the goal kick for Franklin. Clark's kick now goes high in the air. Once around the 50 again to Ramu. Goes on the head of Ariel instead, though. And it's collected by Yamfi. He'll go all the way back to Mendy. Mendy now with it in midfield all the way to the far side. That looks like to Mercado. Mercado now goes over to Canella. Canella inside, trying to go for Yamfi. Will take it away there. But it will once again in possession of Atu. Atu now near side to Areola. Areola taken away by Ramu. Now John Moore has it for the Grizzlies. He's getting help up front. Sent forward, that looks like Van Leeuwen, and actually that's Escamilla there trying to go for another one. Won't get there in time. Be a goal kick for Berea, as John Moore had a good spot there to send it forward. But Escamilla wasn't quite there to take the pass to shoot there for Grizzlies to get their first shot. Play resumes now. That looks like it's Atu with it. He'll go near side once again to Areola. That's up to Vargas Aguilera. Taken away, though, by the Grizzlies. That looks like it's Baker with it. Baker looking for options. He'll send it forward. John Moore gets there in time. Gets it to Escamilla. He'll goes back to Ramu. Ramu now goes over to Tapia. Tapia sends the far side to Tutro. Tutro now has it inside Moore. Moore back to Ramu. Ramu, long shot. Header attempt there. Looked like by Usac. Went right over his head, though. Berea clears it out of the zone. Stopped there by Baker as it keeps it inside the Berea zone for the Grizzlies attack, but it's stolen there by Vargas Aguilera. He sends it forward, and Darnold will collect it, as it looks like Yamfi was running to try and get it himself. Far kick by Clark. He'll just bounce out of bounds into the stands and knocks over a recycling bin. Had some fans get out of the way of that one. And it will be a throw-in for Berea. Areola now with it for a really long throw. He was looking for Aguilera to go out. Almost goes out. It would stay in play. Franklin now has possession. Clark gets it after a pass from Darnold. Clark goes all the way 50 going for John Moore, but it's taken there away by Mendy. Mendy now will kick it all the way back to Macias. And Berea will start back in its own zone on this counter. A 2 now to Areola. Sent forward to Vargas Aguilera. Taken away though by the Grizzlies. Escamilla over now to Baker. Baker near side, that's over to Ramu. Ramu looking for options. He sends it in, trying to get it over there. But it's stopped by the Berea defense, but Tutro gets back into it. And now the Mountaineers are back on the counterattack. It looks like Canella with it. He'll send forward all the way to Clark. Clark runs over, scoops it up, and will now have it back to get the Grizzlies back on the attack once again. 32-25 here in Foss Stadium, still tied 0-0. Berea's had 2 shots so far, one of them on goal, with Clark having 1 save, and the Grizzlies having 1 corner. 3 fouls right now for the Grizzlies compared to Berea's 0 fouls. It looks like another corner might be coming up for Franklin. Possible throw. I'm looking for who it will be. It's going to be a long throw from John Moore, not a corner. High throw. Header. bounces out. Tapia had it there for a second. Was Darnold. He goes all the way back to Baker. Baker goes down. That'll be the first foul committed by Berea. It looks like that would be called on Emiliano Torres Vera, his first of the game. Free kick now for the Grizzlies. Looks like that might be Angel Tapia there to resume play. Long kick. John Moore looking for a header. High kick. And it's punched out there by Macias. Nice save by the Berea goalkeeper. It was a nice header there by John Moore as he tried to get it there inside to, it looks like, Kobe Darnold, but the collision Darnold and the goalkeeper Luis Macias had has left Macias laying on the ground in pain. 3 teammates now surrounding him. Like we are going to have a stoppage of play here as the athletic training staff comes to take a look at the Berea goalkeeper. So we'll take a break here. With 30-31 left to go in the first half, we're still tied 0-0. Franklin, looking for their first goal, has a huge collision with the Berea goalkeeper, leaves him down. You're watching Frank College Men's Soccer on Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huber Automotive Group. And we're back here on Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huber Automotive Group. Looks like Luis Macias is fine. He's staying in the game for Berea. So he will take the goal kick to resume play here with 30-31 left to go in the first half. Goal kick there will go to a 2. A 2 now looking for Ariel, his favorite target so far to pass it to. Ariel goes back to a 2. The junior from Cameroon sends it back up to Ariola, but Ramsey will be there to collect it. Be sent forward to John Moore. John Moore tries to get a nice little up pass to Usac. Sack will get possession back there as he's getting challenged by a 2. Baker now with it. He'll go around 1, tries to go around the second one to go to Leon. Leon almost gets there in time, can't quite get it. He's saying that the ball went off the Berea player's arm. He's not getting that call from the official in this one. Be another throw-in for Franklin as it went off the Berea player last. Leon now gets it again. He'll go back. That looks like Raymu. Raymu now going for Tapia. We've got a whistle, and it will be the referee will be giving possession back to Franklin in that play. So it looks like it'll be another free kick for the Grizzlies and a possible second foul on Berea. My soccer colleague here in the booth says it went off the referee's arm, so official interference. Franklin will get to keep possession on that. Tapia goes inside. Looks like he was looking for Raymu. John Moore, the header. And it'll just go out of play. And it'll be a goal kick once again for the Mountaineers. Franklin yet to get a shot off against the Mountaineer defense. But they have been in very close multiple times to threaten the Mountaineers goalkeeper. Meanwhile, Berea's got 2 shots off so far, 1 shot on goal, but Clark once again adding to his save total for the season and career for the blue and gold. Long kick there by Mendy. He'll get over to Areola. Areola now goes to Torres Vera. He sends it forward looking for Fernandez, but stopped there by Darnold as he gets knocked down by Fernandez, and it will be a foul on Fernandez. Once again, as he tried to go for the ball, Darnold right in the way. Fernandez takes him down, and Clark will get the ball to do the free kick outside of the goalie zone. Clark now resumes play for the Grizzlies. All the way to Usac. Usac tries to get it off. Will go over to Torres Vera, but Usac gets it back. Tries to get around 1. John Moore trying to get it away there from Yamfi. Goes back to a 2 over to Mendy. Mendy now midfield with the ball. Back over to a 2. 2 looks for Areola on the near side here. Guard by Usac. Areola sends back, going over to, it looks like, Canella. Canella sends it all the way to the far side to, it looks like, Mercado. Sent forward, that looks like Canella again with it. As it goes out, throw in. The ref says it will be in possession of Berea. Throw in there by the Mountaineers. Inside, that might be Max Jr. there with it. High kick by Mendy as it goes all the way back to midfield, but stopped there. And Leanne will have it. Leanne sends it forward, looking forward. That looks like Ray Moo right there. Back to Leanne. Up forward, looking for Ray Moo again. Backs off all the way. Now go out of play. It'll be a Berea throw-in. Ariel throws it in. Yamfi with it, taken away though by Ray Moo. Play resumes to Pia now with it. Tries to give it to Leanne. Stolen there by Yamfi. Now the Mountaineers on the counter. Also, we have a Mountaineer getting ready to be subbed into the game with 25 minutes to go in this first half. Still tied 0-0. As Baker gets it back for the Grizzlies. Now he'll go to John Moore. Taken away by the Mountaineers as Tapia tries to get it back from Yamfi. And he will have a nice sliding tackle there to stop it, but Yamfi right there in time to get it. And now he's on the counter. Ray Moo with a nice clearance there to John Moore. John Moore has help. He loses it there as he trips over the ball. And it's going to be a foul on Torres Vera as he committed on John Moore. Moore now has it with options. On the far side now is the ball. Back inside, that's Usac. Usac bumped a bit there. Will keep it though. It's like Tutro with it there. So the forward will be taken there by the goalkeeper. It looks like it'll be Franco Vasquez coming in for Berea. When the substitution comes into play, he's a sophomore. Play the center back position, looking to see where he's from. Like it says, he's from Yanmo, Puerto Rico. So some more international flavor coming here for the Mountaineers, possibly in a little bit, as we have had Puerto Rican playing now in Vasquez, as well as Atu, who's from Cameroon, and Max Jr., who's from the Congo. And it will be Vasquez coming on for Brandon Atu, who's had a pretty active first half for the Mountaineers, playing very well in the defensive zone for them. Throw in now for the Mountaineers goes out. Leon trying to get it back. There'll be a whistle there. It's a late whistle, and that's going to be on Leon. It'll be a stoppage of time. with 23:38 to go. Not sure why there's a stoppage right now. Ref having words with one of the Franklin players. Looks like that's Tutro that he decides to have a few words with. And now he comes back over to set up to resume play here, as the ball will be placed at the football 25 in the Franklin area. That will be Yanthi taking the free kick. Wall's been formed. High kick, looking for options. Off the leg there of it looked like Vargas Aguilera, and he goes down. But the official has none of it and says it'll be Franklin ball. As he once again has words with Tutro, as Zach's trying, or with Ramsey's trying to explain that Berea player kicked him in the head. Long kick, now resume play here. Header there by the Mountaineers. It looked like that was Canilla, and they will keep possession now inside. John Moore will get the ball back for Franklin. He sends it all the way over to Raymond. Raymond far side to Moore. Moore pops it up off the crossbar, and no one's there to collect it, but the side judge says it will be offsides before that even happens. Even without the offsides, John Moore's shot attempt goes off the crossbar, and no one was really quite there to catch up with it because of the offsides call. He had help from Van Leon. They didn't get quite enough of a running start to get there in time. We'll have 2 Franklin subs as well as a Berea sub. Correction, we'll have 3 Franklin subs as well as a Berea sub when we have a shot. Looks like for Franklin it will be Sam Brunsman, Dylan Neal, and Bobby Putin coming in for the Grizzlies. As play resumes, it looks like that is Baker with it. Sends it inside looking for John Moore. Leon trying to get it back for the Grizzlies on a long run. But Canelo will be there to collect it. Goes out, and it will be a throw-in for the Mountaineers. Another sub now added on to the Berea side. As we get ready, and here come the subs. Once again, it's going to be Sam Brunsman, Dylan Neal, and Bobby Putin coming in for the Grizzlies. And it looks like for a fact, it's Jean-Paul Nunez coming into the game for Berea. I think the other one was the return of Max Jr. onto the field, but I'm not quite sure on that second sub. As play resumes, Mountaineers still looking on the attack with 20 minutes to go. Frank gets possession back, but will lose it once again to Berea. Sent for now, that is Vargas Aguilera with it, goes back. And will be out for a Berea throw-in as it went off the foot of a Franklin defender. Throw-in now continuing on. That is Levi Lovelace. So that's the other sub it was Levi Lovelace coming into the game. John Moore gets it back, sends it over to Brunsman. Brunsman now forward. Long run. Raymond tried to get there in time, couldn't get there. Kicked out by Berea. It'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Anyway, another sub coming on for Franklin. It looks like it is Isaac Glintz now on for the Grizzlies. John Moore looks for a long throw. High throw. Header. Pops up in the air. To Berea to finish around it. Moore gets it back, though. Moore sends it in, loses it there. Tapia will pick it up as it goes off his back foot. Glintz now over to Raymond. Raymond looking for a shot. gets it back. Be a whistle there. As it's called on Berea. Looks like that would be Loveless getting the call. And Neal will now set up for the free kick as Berea forms their first wall of the evening with 19:06 left to go in the first half. Franklin tried to break open the deadlock. Still looking for their first shot on goal, as well as their first shot in total. Berea's had 2 so far, with one of them being on goal, with 1 offside and 4 fouls in this game. So Neal and Tapia both on either side of the ball. It's a 4-man wall for the Mountaineers. Tapia jumps over. Neal sends it in high, right just over the crossbar. It would have been close had it been down a bit more, but it will now be a goal kick for Berea and Luis Macias. Macias sets up once again for the goal kick. Long kick to around midfield, finds his man, but it's almost taking another Grizzlies. That is Mercado with it, goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Berea. No throw now. John Moore off his chest. That'll go over to, looks like Remu. Now over to Tapia. Now sent forward. Isaac Glintz with it. Glintz on the outside, looking for options, but it's going to be called offsides once again. Glintz trying to go on a run, just gets just ahead of the Berea defender, and he's called offside by the side judge. Their second offside of the evening, both in really good attacking spots. So Berea will now try to capitalize on that with 17-14 left to go in the first half. Short kick now over to Vasquez. Vasquez looking for an option. Hilson a long through pass. Stopped there though by Putin. But Berea will get possession back. Franklin takes it back again to Pia now. Goes forward to Glintz. Glintz trying to go now to Neal. Neal won't get there quite in time. Taken by Ariola of the Mountaineers. Long run, stopped there, trying by Darnold, but Berea will keep possession of it. Loveless now with it. Goes long on the pass as it rolls once, bounces twice, thrice, now rolls out. And it will be a goal kick once again for Clark, who hasn't had to do much after those first 2 shot attempts, as Franklin's done a pretty good job of keeping the ball around midfield and inside the Berea zone. Sub on for the Grizzlies. Looks like John will be coming off the pitch. And coming on will be the senior Thomas Samuel. His first appearance of the night. As it looks like Coach Grauman's looking to get a bit more physical up in the front. Samuel, very physical presence for the Grizzlies. Whenever he comes out, you can expect fireworks to come from that spot on the pitch. Kicked back, now the Clark's play resumes after the foul. High kick going to Glintz. Glintz tries to get there in time. Neal tried to get there too, goes out of play. It'll be a throw in by Ariola. He'll get over there to Nunez. He tried to get over their way, but Tapia takes away. Now over to Neal. Neal sends it forward to Tapia. Back to Neal. Tapia goes down, and it'll be a foul there on Yamfi. And Tapia will resume play. He goes over to Brunsman. Taken away, though, by the Mountaineers. Brunsman with a nice stop there to stop the attack. Ray Moon now with it. Tries to get around one. He will get to Neal, but he won't get quite in time to Ariola. Stops it. Now with Nunez. Nunez, long through pass. Stopped there, though, by Haveman. Tapia Sends it forward, looking for Neal. Neal runs, can't quite get there in time, as it will roll out for Berea throw-in. As we have a sub now coming on, possibly for Berea. Yep, sub on. It looks like that will be Moses Leon coming on for the Mountaineers as he takes the place of Julio Vargas Aguilera with 14 minutes left to go in the first half. Throw in now that goes over to Vasquez, back over to Ariola. Vasquez again. Looking for someone to give it to. Long kick by Vasquez. Try to get over to Max Jr., who will take possession of it now. Another long kick as he tries to go over to Nunez. Nunez will get it. Nunez sends it in over to Lovelace. Popped up, and Clark runs up and grabs it out of the air to keep that one from going in the back of the net once again. 13:20 left to go in the first half. Berea picking it back up here in the final stages of this first half. Clark with a long kick. Bounces once. Samuel looking to go get it. Went back to Macias. He dropped it there for a second. Samuel tried to get there in time to capitalize, but couldn't get there as the ball was too close to Luis Macias. He'll now go over to Mendy. Mendy now up to Lovelace, who goes back to Macias. Now over to Vasquez. Vasquez still with it. Sends it forward. Bounced once, goes past. Yamfi now is back in Franklin possession. Tapia tries to get there in time. Tapia will get it. Sends it far side. Still has it. Still has a shot. Ball jumps in. Shot attempt again. Glitz looked forward. Couldn't get it as it bounced off one of the Berea players' legs, and it will be a throw-in for Franklin. 2 attempts there for the Grizzlies, but couldn't quite get it going there. Neal now as it gets kicked out. And that looks like it might be a foul instead of just a throw-in, as the referee's having words now with Ariola. 2 attempts, though, there by the Grizzlies. One gets saved by Macias. The second one, as Macias is out of position, gets taken by, I thought it was Isaac Glintz, and as he tried to shoot it, goes off the leg of a Berea defender who just so happened to be in the area of the shot. And if he wasn't there, we'd be looking at 1-0 Franklin right now with 11 minutes to go in the half. Instead, it will be a free kick set piece. Tapia sends it in, and it'll just go right between the 2 players in the wall and go for a goal kick. Macias thought about it there. And now he decides to kick it off, and it will go over to Mendy. Mendy now on the far side. He'll go back to Macias. It looks like Franklin's playing a lot more forward on the pitch as Samuel's very close to the goalkeeper. Mendy with a long kick, bounced once. Tutler there trying to stop it. Raymu now goes back over. Kick forward, almost back into a Berea possession in a bad spot. Berea will get it back, and that's Jean-Paul Nunez now with it. Nunez looking for a long shot, but it goes wide. To the left, it'll be a goal kick for Clark with 10.5 to go in the half. Franklin with 4 shots, 2 on goal, 2 saves, 1 corner, 1 offside, and 5 fouls, while the Mountaineers have 3 shots, 2 of them on goal, 2 saves, 1 offside, and 7 fouls in this contest so far as we're getting into the final 10. Long kick there by Clark. Glynch tries to get the ball back, but won't get there in time. Brunsman now with it, sends it forward. He goes over to, looks like Havman. Havman sent forward. That was off the head there of Mendy. Rolls out. We'll see what they call it. It will be a corner for Franklin, their second of the evening. Let's see what the Grizzlies can do here on their second corner of the night. Looks like that is Putin there to take the corner for the Grizzlies. Far side, there's about 4 of them lined up. High kick coming inside. Header off the leg there, though, of Ramsey. Putin now that tries to get around 1, rolls out, and it'll be another corner for Franklin. Putin to take it again on the far side. So now setting up for their third corner of the evening. Putin's kick goes short, over to Neal. Neal with it. Long shot, got the leg of one. Popped in, but it's saved there by Macias. As it looked like Thomas Samuel tried to kick it in, Macias just jumps on top of it. And once again gets up very slowly. But his throw is not slow as he throws it quickly to Arriola. Arriola gets it over to Nunez, but it's taken away by Raymou. Raymou now with it. Goes back, it looks like, to Darnold. Darnold now up to Neal. Brunsman tries to get it, gets kicked almost out, but Nunez is there to save it. Arriola now with it, sends it forward to Lovelace. Lovelace now to Torres Vera, taken away though. Brunsman now with it. Whistle is going to be a foul once again on Berea, as it looked like it was Raymou going down on that one. Raymou. Short kick to Glintz. Glintz now with it. Glintz tries to get around one. Spins around. Loses it there. Goes to Nunez, but goes through Nunez's legs, and it'll be a throw in for Franklin. Raymou now looking for options. Gets it over to Samuel. Samuel gets around one. Goes over to Glintz. Glintz now looking for options. He goes to Tapia. Tapia. Long through pass. Off the head of a Berea player. And now Berea back on the counter. That looks like that is Max Jr. with it. Back up, though. Lost it. With Putin with it now. Putin now inside. Going to Neal. Neal tries to jump up and get it. Won't get there in time. And will roll out of play. But Neal knew he was offside, so he just didn't go for it on that one to try and score a goal and then get called a no-goal because of the offsides. He knew situational awareness there. So 7:25 to go. Franklin still threatening the Berea goal, but no goals in yet. They've gotten close 5 times now, with 3 of those on target. But Macias has been doing well in goal and also got lucky on one of them with a Berea defender being there just in time to save a possible Isaac Glintz goal. Samuel now with it. He'll go over to Glintz. Glintz now looking. Tries to get around one. He will get around him, but he'll send it far side. Sent in off the leg of a defender from Berea, and it will be a corner once again for Franklin. Looks like that might be Havman taking, but he'll give it up instead to Putin. And Putin will now set up for his 3rd corner of the evening, the 5th corner for the Grizzlies. The 4th corner for the Grizzlies. Putin sets up once again. High kick inside. Glintz trying to get there for it. That was Ramsey. Berea will take it back though. Long pass to Nunez. Guarded by Raymou. Raymou. Nice tackle by Raymou, but it goes out. Arriola now with 6 minutes to go. He'll go over to Yamfi. Yamfi gets around Neal. Now going. Tries to get around Brunsman. Gets around Brunsman. Yamfi still going. Gets around another player that's kicked out by Raymou as the official calls that a foul. Yamfi will pick up the foul, and it looks like that might have been on Darnold, which I believe that's his first foul of the evening. As now a wall is being formed by the Grizzlies. It's Raymou, Samuel, and Brunsman forming the wall. This is only the 2nd free kick set piece for Berea that they've had tonight. They haven't not had a corner yet. So very few set pieces so far for the Mountaineers. Yamfi, running start, high kick. Clark just grabs it out of the air. Saves that one as it was on target. But trying to get past that 6-foot frame from Brownstown, very hard to do for many players as it goes by his save record this year. Long kick by Clark as it bounces all over to the defending goalkeeper. So Clark, like an NFL punter, changing positions on the field with a long kick. Mendy now that he'll go forward. Over to Vargas Aguilera. Now for Yamfi. Stop there by Darnold. He'll go for Neal, but he'll lose it. Ariola now with it. Over to Loveless. Tavera. Sent forward to Junior. Max Jr. still looking for it. Gets it, kicks over. Header there by Darnold. Over to Putin. Franklin trying to keep Berea out of the goal. Like that is Moses Leanne. Leanne tries to get around 3 Franklin players. He'll get around at least 2 of them. Sends it forward. Stopped by the Grizzlies. Brunsman kicks it out of play, but not quite a good enough clearance. Looked like a nice setup pass there by Torres Vera for Yamfi, but Yamfi wasn't quite ready for it. It'll just roll right to Clark's hands. He'll take it now with 3.5 to go in the half. Clark sets up long kick once again, looking for Samuel. Samuel gets around 1. Neal's there. Neal sends it in. Oh, and it just barely off the hands of the goalkeeper, and it will be another corner for Franklin. Neal off of a beautifully placed Clark goal kick right there and just barely grazes the fingertips of the Berea goaltender. So Glintz now sets up for the corner this time. We're going to do something here with 2:54 to go. High kick, long kick. Won't quite get there in time. Brunsman gets it back for the Grizzlies. He keeps it, goes over Neal. Neal, long kick, but it'll bounce off of one of his teammates' feet and will go right into the hands of Macias with 2:42 left to go in the half. Action picking up here late at Fott Stadium. Still tied 0-0. Grizzlies keeping in the Berea zone. Nunez bounces off, gets it back to Ramu. He has it for Franklin now. Tapia sends it forward. Looking for, I believe that is Haveman. He'll lose it there, though. Goes down. It will be a goal kick once again from Macias with 2:11 to go in the half. Got a new sub coming on for Franklin. That's going to be Jared Moreno coming on for the Grizzlies in place of, I believe, Angel Tapia. Angel Tapia on that one. So Grauman trying to put in some more attackers there to get that ball into the goal with Glint, Samuel, and Moreno. Ray Moon now with it. Tries to get around 1, gets around 2. Doesn't get there on the third one, though. Berea back on the attack. Stop there by Baker. Back up. Brunsman now with it. Gets around, tries to get around Nunez, goes out. Throw in with 1:29 to go in the half. Nunez now with it. He'll throw back to Ariola. Ariola now tries to get around Neal. Neal now gets to Samuel. Samuel has it. Back over to Neal. Neal has some wide open pitch. Tries to get over back to Samuel. Neal still with it. Tries to get around 1. Gets a back kick. Samuel gets it out. But it's taken away by Berea. 1:07 to go. There's a whistle. Official stand still in the air. 1 minute remains now in the half. Official has the ball come all the way back. Looks like it was offsides on Franklin. It was a very late offside call with 47 seconds left to go. Berea might just take their time setting this up and just go into the halves and a draw. Macias will come out of the box. Sends it over now to Vasquez. Vasquez now sends it forward. Taken away by Neal. Neal has options. Gets it to Samuel, but taken out there by Vasquez. Sent forward. Macias will let the call his defenders off and pick it up himself with 23 seconds to go. Macias holding. He'll send a big kick to around midfield. Glintz off his foot to Samuel. Samuel now over. Tries to get it over to, it looks like Haverman. Goes out. Will be a Berea throw in with 5 seconds, and they'll just go to the half after that. So that's in the first half here at Fott Stadium. It's still tied 0-0. Many chances for the Grizzlies late in that one. Just could not quite get past Macias. So, halftime stats, here we go. Franklin, 7 shots with 5 of them on goal, 3 saves by Clark, 5 corners, 1 offsides call, and 6 fouls. Meanwhile for Berea, 4 shots with 3 of them on goal, 5 saves by Macias, 1 offsides, and 8 fouls. So far, Angel Tapia has had a shot for the starters so far. He's had the only shot for the starters, but all the shots so far this half have come from Dylan Neal. He's had 4 shots, 3 of them on goal, with Glentz having a shot on goal and Haverman having a shot on goal. No assist. Meanwhile, for Berea, Emiliano Torres Vera with 1 shot on goal, and Levi Lovelace with a shot on goal. And Yamfi leading goal scorer for the Mountaineers, 2 shots, 1 on goal. So we are now at the half, tie 0-0. Lots of action there at the end of the first half. Statistically, that was the half that Berea had to get things done. That's where most of their goals and corners have come from. And as we move in the second half, that'll become the statistical home of the Grizzlies, where all their goals and corners have come. For the most part, will be in that second half. So we should see a Grizzly team that will keep up the pace from the end of that first half, coming out into the second half. So we'll take a break here for the half. We'll be back in 13 minutes and 30 seconds. Once again, you're watching Grizz TV, brought to you by the Hubler Automotive Group here in Foss Stadium. Men's soccer, 0-0 tie between Berea and your Grizzlies. And welcome back to Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huba Automotive Group. We're back here in Red Fort Stadium for the second half of action in this men's soccer game between the visiting Mountaineers of Berea and your Franklin College Grizzlies. We're still tied 0-0, but Franklin into that first half threatening to score the game opener goal. And it looks like we're going to get the starting lineup back out there with John Moore, Ray Moo, Vandalian, Tutro, and them. Looks like it's also going to be the same starting lineup for Berea at the beginning of this half. We're going to go back over the first half stats. Franklin had 7 shots, 5 of them on target, 3 saves, 5 corners, 1 offsides, and 6 fouls. Well, Berea had 4 shots, 3 on goal, 5 saves, an offside, and 8 fouls. Leading shot taker for the Grizzlies was Dylan Neal. He'll start this half once again on the bench as we get back underway. Meanwhile, for Berea, their leading shot taker was Junior Yamfi, who is their leading goal scorer as well. So Franklin back in action. They'll start the second half with the ball as it goes all the way back there. It looks like Darnold. Darnold now goes all the way back to Elliott Clark. Goes over the head of one. Now Ray Moo on the far side, on a run. He has help in John Moore. John Moore inside, off the leg there of Mendy. And he saves a potential goal once again. Mendy doing very well back in the defense. In that first half, Franklin had 2 really good shots. One of them, it was like an Isaac Glenn shot, went off the foot of a Berea player that was going in because Macias was out of position. The other one, Macias barely got his fingers on. First corner now for Franklin to start the second half. It's a big booming kick inside. Trying there to go for Darnold. It will go almost roll out, but Leon will get it there. Yamfi sends it forward looking for Max Jr. The man from Congo sends it forward, and Clark will just bounce it off of that shot attempt there by Omar Canella. And it will be a corner now for Berea. It is their second corner of the evening, their first in this half. The corner will be taken, it looks like, by Julio Vargas Aguilera, the freshman from Candler, North Carolina. He'll move the flag a little bit out of the way so he can get a good start on this corner, since it looks like he's going to go from right side of the flag. Lines up, long kick, curls in, looking for Yamfi. Leon tries to get the ball away. That will be Tapia with it. Tapia now on the counter. He sends it forward. That's over to Escamilla. Escamilla now with it. Sends it inside for John Moore, but he goes over. All the way over to Eddie Usack. Usack now on the far side, still with it. Looking for options. On the cross, goes off the body there. Looks like that was Brandon Atu, and it will go out. Coach Grauman not happy. He's got his hands up in the air. But it looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Franklin. John Moore, long throw specialist for the Grizzlies. He will get the call on this one as it's pretty close to a corner, but not close enough. High, long throw. Usack off the header. Saved there by Macias. He's been doing that all night. Franklin he's been getting past the defense. They just cannot get past the man in the neon green. High kick. Tutro off his thigh. Yamfi now with it. Leon trying to get away, but it will be taken away there by Escamilla. Back over to Leon. Leon goes down, be a foul on Yamfi. He'll send it back now over to Tapia, who will start off with this free kick as the train comes rolling through town, right past Fott Stadium. Tapia with it, sets up for the free kick. First of the half for Franklin, with 41-13 left to go in the game. Long kick by Tapia. Header there off one. Bounces off and will go out for a goal kick. Looked like it went off the head there of Kobe Darnold. And Macias will set up. He'll go over now to Mendy. Short little kick. Mendy. Long side all the way over there. It looks like to Canilla. Sent forward. Yamfi loses it there. Leon picks it up for the Grizzlies. Tapia tries to get it back. Loses it. Yamfi back with it again for Berea. Yamfi gets around one. Finds options. He'll go with far side to Vargas Aguilera. Leon stops it, gets it out of the way, and it's cleared out of there by Darnold for a Berea throw-in. Throw in now for the Mountaineers. High, long throw for Yamfi. Header there by Baker. High kick by Areola. It'll go over through the uprights. And it'll be a goal kick for Clark. As the train continues to roll past Fott Stadium, Clark sets up for another goal kick tonight. Long kick there by Clark, his usual bread and butter. He'll clear everyone out, scoop it back up as it bounced off the head of a Berea player. He'll throw out now to Tutro. Tutro on the counterattack now for the Grizzlies. Runs up, looks, gets around one, gets to John Moore, kicked out. It'll be a throw-in for Franklin. Franklin wearing their Sunday best whites with the gold and blue accents, while Berea wearing the blue with the white shoulder stripe. Kicked out. It will be a corner for Franklin, it looks like. Corner now for the Grizzlies. That looks like that might be John Moore looking for the header. Hill won't get there in time. That was Usack. Usack sends it forward, kicked out, and it will be another corner. Usack to do it again, as it was kicked out of there by a Berea defender. Usack sets up once again. Booming kick. Header off the top. Stopped there by the Grizzlies. Gets round one. Cross in. Header over the head. And it's a Grizzly goal as it falls in. Header by Ethan Baker. 37-38 left to go the first, and Franklin opens up the scoring 1-0. Usack on the corner. Usack's corner goes over. It looked like, I want to say it was Danny Escamilla on the far side, sends it back in, and Baker right there for the header as it goes over Macias' hands and falls right into the goal to open up the scoreline 1-0 for Franklin. Put that in the book. And that is Baker's first goal of the season. He already has an assist so far, but that's his first goal in the first 5 games of the season. Tutro, long kick. Trying to get to Usack. Usack gets around one finger, gets it back, gets around another. He's still going. He still has it. Usack looking to open up, sorry, and it goes wide left. Almost there. Usack trying to go 2-0 up on the Mountaineers. Had the goalkeeper dead to rights, and it just goes wide of the net. So Macias will set up for a goal kick once again with 36-25. Berea now in trouble. Also, that goal, add that on to the stats for the Grizzlies. That's their 7th goal by period in the second half this season. Franklin, a lot of their goals coming in the second half. So we might be seeing that first goal by Baker opening up the floodgates for the Grizzlies. They won last week at home 4-0. It looks like they're trying to go up 2. Ramu around 1, kicks it high in the air, goes down. What's it going to be? It's a point. Is it going to be a goal kick? I believe it will be. Ramu down the ground holding his leg. We're going to have a stoppage of time here. With 35-42, the trainers will come out to check on Ramu. We'll go to break. 1-0 Franklin after a beautiful Ethan Baker header to open up the scoreline. You're watching Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huber Automotive Group. And we're back here now on Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huber Automotive Group. If you're just joining us, you missed a beautiful goal by Ethan Baker to open the scoreline 1-0. Franklin leading here with 35-42 left to go in the game. Goal kick now by Macias and Berea. Tapia gets the ball away. He'll give it over there now to Escamilla. Tries to go around to Leon, but loses it. Now that goes to Yamfi, the leading goal scorer for the Mountaineers. Yamfi passes it forward. He went to Max Jr. Now it's back to Yamfi. Now over to Canella. Canella back forward to Yamfi. Yamfi looking for a cross. Trying to get around 1. Sets up. Does some fancy footwork. Does not quite get around the Franklin defender. Header there. Attempts no good. No call. And now Franklin on the counterattack. That's Escamilla with it. Escamilla on the run. Gets bumped there. Keeps possession, goes back to Tapia. Tapia now, over to Leanne. Vandalia now with it. Looking for options, sends it forward. Looks like that might be Ramu. Possibly sends it forward now on the crossover. Looking for Escamilla. Escamilla runs up. We'll lose there out of the play there. As that looked like that was Juan Mercado there getting the ball away for Berea. He'll go over now to Moses Leanne. Now sent forward. Yamfi looking for it. Clark clears him, scoops it up, and we'll keep it. Yamfi with his hands in the air to look, saying, where's the help? Where's the passes that are supposed to come right here to me? He's not getting it, and Clark will now go for another kick. Now launches it sky high, looking for John Moore. Now goes over to Usac. Off the head there, though, of Mendy. John with it. He'll pick it up, and it will be a throw-in. He'll give it over to be a free kick. And Tapia will take the free kick here for the Grizzlies. Pia sets the ball down, gets the whistle. 33-48 left to go in the game. Grizz up 1-0. We're going to have a stoppage here of time. Our official walking over to one of the Berea players. Looks like he's going to have words with them. Looks like he's having a little chat with Dalton Harris. The number 9 for Berea. As a wall is now formed. Tapia, high kick, sent inside. Header. Nice sliding tackle there, though, by the Grizzlies, but he'll lose it there to Yamfi. Yamfi sends it forward over to Max Jr. Max Jr. now forward to Julio Vargas Aguilera. Aguilera looks, shoots, Save there by Clark as it rolls right to his open hands. Clark adding on to his save total. He came into today's game with 24 saves. Sky kick looking for John Moore. Header there, though, by Mendy. Taken away, though, by Leanne. Leanne sends over, it goes over, down. Is one of the Franklin players. He's going to stay on the ground for a minute, catches breath. Ball sent forward. Looks like that is Ramsey with it. Ramsey now over to Tutro. From distance, Tutro and Ramsey, you could think they were twins. They look so similar. But Tapia on defense there gets it out of the way. Escamilla now back to Tapia. Angel moves it forward. He's looking for options. That looks like that might be Usac. Tries to get around one. Doesn't quite get there as he falls on the ground. Loses it and we kicked out, and it will be a throw-in for Franklin. We got a sub possibly here for Berea. Two possible subs for Berea. Throw in by Franklin. Play resumes. Vandalian with it. Through pass. John Moore tried to get there. Lost it. That'll go over to Mendy. Mendy now sends forward to Leanne. Leanne over to Ariola. Ariola now far side over to Harris. Harris now tries to go around one. Won't get there. Will be a throw-in for Berea. Subs coming on now. For a fact, I saw Franco Vasquez come back out onto the pitch for the Mountaineers. Not quite sure who the other sub was. I think it might have been Jean-Paul Nunez again for the Mountaineers. I see him on the far side. He did not start the second half, so I believe it was him as well. So Nunez and Vasquez, they came out together in the beginning of the first half. As Berea continues on, that's going to go out off of a Franklin player's leg. Maybe it's off Berea. It might be a goal kick. See, it will be a goal kick for Clark. So it went off of Berea's player's leg before it went out. Goal kick for Franklin once again. Clark has it. Sets up on the play. Clark directing his team. Long kick once again to midfield. Yamfi has it, sends it back over. Now it's in the legs of Mendy. Mendy all the way back to Macias. Macias now far side over to it looked like Franco Vasquez. Vasquez gives it back as he tried to send it forward and didn't quite get the play he wanted. And now the Mountaineers back on attack. Yamfi loses it, goes down. It's going to be a call on Vandalian as he gets the foul. As he was challenging Yamfi. Yamfi drawing another foul there. Play resumes now. Berea on the attack. Popped up kick. Vandalian gets around one. Bounces up. Taken away by Berea. Looks like that's Ariola. He'll go back now to Mendy. Mendy drops back all the way to Macias. John Moore runs up to try and cover. Now it goes over to Vasquez. Vasquez back to Macias. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez now with it. He'll go over, it looks like, to Jean-Paul Nunez. Sent forward around one. That is Canelo with it. He'll go back to Ariola. Ariola sent forward, looking for options. On the outside, that's Mercado. Mercado on the cross. Pops up there. There's Clark with another save. 28.5 to go here in the final half of the game. High kick once again by Clark. Ariola will header that one out of the way. There's going to be a call there on Logan Ramsey as he was challenging Max Jr. for the ball. And it will be Yamfi with it. Yamfi sets up. Over to Ariola. Ariola now over to Fernandez. Fernandez, long through pass. High header there. That was Darnold who heads it out. It will be a corner for Berea, their third of the evening, second of the half. They set up now for the corner once again. Long kick, high in the air. Clark pops it out of there, and there'll be a whistle there. And it will be a quasi-goal kick for Clark, as there was a foul there. So it's a free kick, but it still will be inside the goalie's box. With 26:55 to go. Clark's kick, low line drive. Tapia picks it up for the Grizzlies. Goes over to Moore. Moore gets around one. Doesn't quite get on the second one. Goes all the way back to Macias. Macias now with it. Sends a long kick all the way over to Canella. Ball rolls out. It'll be a Franklin throw-in. And we have subs coming on for the Grizzlies. It looks like it's return of Sam Brunsman and Thomas Samuel back on. Taking the place of Tapia and Moore. So Coach Grauman not only sending out his physical players, but also his defensive-minded players who can also score goals, kind of like your hybrid defender in hockey. It's going to be a throw-in for Berea here. Berea will decides to go back into their own midfield area. Long through pass. That's looking for Leon. Header there by Ramsey. But Berea will get it back in time. Yamfi tries to get there to his teammate, but it's taken away by Franklin. Now John Moore did stay in, so it's John Moore and Samuel up on top for the Grizzlies in the attacking positions. Mindy almost lost it. Escamilla now with some space. Gets a little bump there from behind by Mercado and loses it. Mindy there to pick it up and now sends it forward. Yamfi with it. He has help. Sent forward. Clark runs up, scoops it up. And he will clear it once again. Another big kick by Clark. Samuel, little heel kick, tries to get back to someone that he calls a teammate in the white. But Berea right there to take it away. Goes out. It's going to be a Berea throw-in. As we have a sub ready for Franklin to come on, and the time is right. Moreno tried to get around one, could not quite get there. Now Mindy has it in midfield. Mindy now over to Vasquez. Max Jr. with it, sends it forward, looking for Leon. Be a throw-in now again. Subs coming on for both Berea and Franklin. It looks like for Franklin it's going to be Colin Havman again for Franklin. It looks like the person coming off for Berea was Leonardo Fernandez. His replacement Not quite sure. I can't find it, but Samuel now sends it forward to Havman. Havman just coming off a substitute. Cross in. Macias will collect it there. Berea now back on the attack. Havman gets it back for the Grizzlies. Try to go over to John Moore. Couldn't quite get there. Berea back with it once again. That looks like Jean-Paul Nunez with it. Nunez sends it inside. Looking for Yamfi. Rolls out of the way. It's going to be kicked out, and it will be offsides is the call. It looks like. Subs now coming on once again for Franklin. Ian Glintz and Dylan Neal coming back onto the pitch for the Grizzlies as they'll take the place of John Moore. And it looks like Eddie Usack off the pitch now for Franklin. Foul on the Mountaineers. It looks like that is Ramsey. Will restart. He'll go over to Tutro. Tutro, long through pass to Samuel. Header by Samuel to Mindy, but he'll clear it out. And that was Putin who tried to take it in there. Now, long shot in. Saved, and it's going to be a goal! Almost a goal for Franklin. It bounced off the crossbar. The ref, the far side goal judge is saying it's a goal. If it stands, I believe that goal was made by Dylan Neal. If it stands, I believe it will. As the ball, Neal shot it far outside the box, came in, bounced off the crossbar, and apparently went enough inside over the line before the goalkeeper grabbed it for the side judge on the near side to call it a goal for Franklin. So with 21-21 left to go, Dylan Neal adds on to the books as it's 2-0 Grizzlies in this homestand. Max Jr. tried to get something going there. Stopped there by Franklin. And now he'll go all the way back now over to Mercado. He'll go far side over to his teammate Alexis Areola. Vasquez, looking for Yamfi. Sent forward by Torres Vera to Leanne. Leanne over to Max Jr. Max looks, shoots, and is far right of the goal. Clark dived there, but it didn't quite get to where it became a challenge. 21 minutes remaining in the half, still 2-0. It's going to be a corner. As I said, that Elliott touched it barely on that one, but it will be a corner. Saying the clock is wrong, I believe, is what we're getting the call from. The official keeps pointing at something. I can't quite tell what he's pointing at. But we'll get back underway. High booming kick. It's going to roll out, and it'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. 19:44 left to go in the game. Clark will set up once again. We have a sub coming on for the Grizzlies once again. It's going to be Angel Tapia coming back out onto the pitch for Ethan Baker. The man who opened up the scoring for the Grizzlies with his header at the near the very beginning of the second half. Came off of a corner set piece that went across. Glenn tried to get there. We'll lose it. That's going to go to Leanne. Goes out to be a throw-in for Berea. Leanne throws it in, looking for Yamfi. Yamfi now back over towards Vera. Vera goes back over to Mercado. Mercado sends it over to Canelo, who sends it back to Mendy. Mendy over to Vasquez. Vasquez runs up. Vasquez looking. Sends it forward. Look for Yamfi. Yamfi now over to Max Jr. Loses it there. It'll be a whistle. It'll be a foul on Franklin. Play resumed. Mendy will get the ball off the pass from Vasquez. Mendy forward. Now over to Nunez. Sent back. Glintz collects for Franklin. Loses it there. We have a whistle and we have a stoppage of time as Glintz will get shown a yellow card for that play. First yellow of the game will go to Ian Glintz as he ran right into Omar Canella. And we have a sub coming on. It looks like it will be Van der Leen back on for Glintz. So Glintz comes out, picks the yellow card, and goes right back to the bench. 17 and a half left to go in this game. Franklin's still up. Officials are still looking at something. I don't know what they're talking about. They're going to reset the clock to 18:05. Believe it was on 17 minutes earlier. Now it's back to 18:05. So full minute added back into the game. That could be an extra minute to give Berea a chance to score here. Long kick off the leg of Tapia. High rebound going back. Vasquez trying to collect. Sends it back. Bounce once. That's Ramsey. Gets called for the foul. Berea now on the attack on their side of the field, trying to get a goal to open up their scoreline and make it 2-1. Right now it's still Franklin 2, Berea 0 with 17 and a half to go after they added a minute back into the game. Mercado sends it in. Clark slides down the ground and saves it. And he will take back possession and give Franklin another shot to go down and score again. Last time the Grizzlies played at home, it was a 4-0 win against Olivet. They're halfway there right now against Berea. Looking for possibly two more. High kick. Samuel thought about the header. Couldn't get there in time. Leanne now looking for it. Can't get around the Berea defender. That's Torres Vera. Havman has it, goes to Samuel. Samuel now has it, sends it forward. Loses it, kicked out. Throw in for Franklin. 16:47 left to go in the game. Tutro to throw it in. Tapia sends it in high. Drops down, is going to go over the crossbar, and it will be a goal kick for Berea. Play resumes. Van der Leen gets it back up. He'll get the ball back in Franklin's possession. Brunsman now goes back looking for Tapia. Loses it there. That's Yanfi. Yanfi still with it. Moves it up. Looking for Max Jr. Cleared out of there by Bowie Kung Putin. Van der Leen gets it out. Neal with it, the second goal scorer for Franklin. Whistle there. Is going to be a foul on Franklin. Play resumed now for Berea. Clark runs up, dives, and gets the stop there as Berea was threatening. It looked like that was Jean-Paul Nunez there looking for it. Vandalian sends it forward. Dylan Neal looking for a second of the night. Dylan Neal tries to get on one. Loses it there, and it's cleared out of there by Berea. He was looking for his second of the night, and now we have subs once again for Franklin. Coming on for Franklin will be Eddie Usack returning to the pitch, and Danny Escamilla, both coming back to hold this Franklin lead at 14:09 to go in the game. Whistle there, looking like we have a sub possibly coming on for Berea here in a minute. We have a yellow card being shown. I think he might be showing it to the man who's about to come on. Not quite sure who that card went to. We'll check the stats here in a minute from the official stat book to see. The official pointing for a card, he pulled it out, and I don't know quite who that was on. So, Grizzlies moving back forward. Berea now on the attack again. That's going to be Torres Vera with it. He'll go back, goes over to Mercado with 13 minutes to go in the game. Franklin up 2-0. Far side now for Berea. Crossed in. Yamfi trying to look for a goal here. Leading goal scorer for the Mountaineers. Goes inside to Leanne. That won't make it. It's going to go out. It looks like it's going to be offside on that one with 12.5 to go. Franklin trying to do something they haven't done since 2016, which is win back-to-back games at home. That didn't happen until last time that happened was in October of 2016 when they beat both Manchester and Mount St. Joe 3-1 against Manchester and Mount St. Joe 2-0. Have not won back-to-back games at home since that day. That year, Franklin went 3-10-4 on the season. Brunsman moves forward, looking for options. He has an option. That was like Danny Escamilla on the far side. Escamilla looks, shoots, and it's just wide left. Very close. It's not quite wide left. It's very close left. As he was looking for a goal himself to make it 3-0. Won't get it. And it'll be a goal kick once again. Yamfi was going for the ball, and he starts limping. He goes down. We might have a stoppage of time here if he does not get up. And it will be the yellow card was on Max Jr., who went off on the field off the substitution. So that was who that last yellow card was against. It's going to be a kick here for Franklin as the Berea player kind of stood to Franklin. Set up, long kick. Let's go try to get there, lost it. Clark will run back up, collect it once again with 10:58 left to go in the game. Clark, booming kick once again. Drops down. Ariola stops it there. He'll get it back, and Berea back on the attack. Taken away by Franklin. Van der Leyen. Sent forward. Thomas Samuel. Looking, it's going to be offsides on Franklin once again. Samuel was looking for his own goal. And he went just a bit offside there to draw the flag with 10:19 left to go in the game. Macias setting up once again. He'll go short side to Mendy. Mendy now with it around the football 30. Slide tackle there by Samuel. There will be a call. Samuel getting the foul on that one. Mendy staying down for a second longer. He gets back up. Play resumes. Long ball far side looking for Jean-Paul Nunez. Nunez sends inside. Yamfi gets over to Leon. Leon shoots. Punch out there by Clark. And it's another save by the Franklin goalkeeper. For another corner for Berea with under 10 at 9:25 left to go in the game. Franklin still holding a 2-0 lead. Corner once again for the Mountaineers. Samuel is off now the sub. John Moore back on. Putin with it. He will lose it there for a second trying to get it back. Putin kicks it out. Throw in for Berea. Berea sub possibly coming on here in a second. He will be now before the throw-in. He's coming on for Leon. And it's to return to Max Jr. who picked up that yellow card earlier. He's back now into the game for the Mountaineers. Throw in. Vargas Aguilera pops out on his leg. It will be a throw-in for Franklin. 8:29 left to go in the game. Long thrown by the Grizzlies. John Moore right there. He won't get there in time. Popped out by the Mountaineers. Brunsman kicks out, goes to Moore. Van der Leyen trying to get the ball back. Will go to Usac instead. Usac gets around, loses it there. Tapia, through pass. Trying to get to John Moore, kicked away. Mendy now with it for the Mountaineers. Tapia tries to get back. He'll kick it back to Tutro. Tutro now over to Brunsman. Brunsman looking, finds a target. John Moore trying to get it back, will lose it. That was Putin who had it there for a second and lost it. Tapia gets it back on the tackle. Andrew moves forward, back to Putin. Neal. Throwing once again. Goes over to Escamilla. Escamilla now with it. Sends it forward. Usac tries to get around one. Can't quite get there. Gets over to Van der Leyen though. Leon looking. Gets around. Tries to get around. Goes down. And there will not be a call there. Leon looking for the call there. The referee not having any of it with 7:04 left to go in the game. Macias, long kick. Gets it over to Max Jr. Max tries to get on one. Nice tackle by Tapia. Now back to Van der Leyen. Van der Leyen tries to get on one. Loses it. Now over to Usac. Leon back with it again. Through pass. John Moore. John Moore trying to get around one. Can't quite get there. Goes almost out of play. Tutro sends forward. Brunsman with it. Brunsman back across. Over to Tutro. Tutro looking for options. Gets to John Moore. Moore tries to get around one. He will get around one. Cross in. Off the head of Mindy. Trying to say that will go out. Be a throw-in for Franklin. 6:21 left to go in the game. Franklin threatening again, looking for their third goal of the game. John Moore once again with a very long throw in here. High throw. Off the head of Mindy. Over his head. And he just barely gets it out of there. It was a Berea defender as it went over Macias' head. Cleared out of there by Loveless. Rolls out. Throw in for Franklin. Tutro to throw it in. 5:46 left to go in the game. To Usac. Usac now with it. Tries to get it around Max Jr. Max Jr. sent it forward. That's over there now to Vargas Aguilera. Sent forward. John Moore trying to get it back. Won't get there quite in time. Brunsman, though, stops the Berea player from getting the ball back. Franklin in possession. Loses it. That's Vargas Aguilera on the attack. He'll go over to Nunez. Kicked out. We got a card coming. Card shown now. I believe that might be to Brunsman on that one. He was pointing at Brunsman. He was pointing at Putin. I don't quite know. We'll get it here on the official stat sheet here when it pops up. But it will be another set piece for Berea. That's the third card Franklin's picked up. The second card Franklin's picked up today. Set piece set up here. Berea looking for their first of the evening. High kick inside. Clark jumps up, punches it out once again. And it will be a corner now for the Mountaineers with 5:06 left to go in the game. Bobby Putin was the recipient of that yellow card in the 85th minute. As we're now under 5 to go. Corner comes in. Header. John Moore tries to clear it out. Gets the header once again. Another header there. Van der Leen. John Moore goes down. It's going to be a foul on Berea as Leon will pick up the foul. Usyk now on a quick turnaround. Has nobody next to him. Runs. Almost loses it. Gets around one. Looks for options. Sends it on the far side. Looking for Danny Escamilla. Then Escamilla sends it and shoots. And it's wide to the right up above the crossbar. 4:25 left to go in the game. Still 2-0 Franklin. Brunsman tries to stop the play there, but it will get to Nunez. Nunez will get it over to Vargas Aguilera. Leon will get it away. Now Angel Tapia with it. Angel, through pass, sent forward. It's going to be offsides, but just barely. Now in the 87th minute of the game. Berea looking to not get shut out in this one. Over the head of one Berea player that looked like it was Vargas Aguilera rolls into the box of Elliott Clark, who just stepped back and pick it up as Max Jr. ran up. He'll run up now with 3:20 left to go. 87th minute. Franklin once again trying to do something they haven't done since 2016. Win back-to-back games at home. Now there's 3 minutes to go. We're now in the 88th minute of the game. Max Jr. gets around one. Can't get around to Pia though. Cleared out. Moses Lee, correction. Omar Canella sends it to the far side. Will go out. Be a throw in for Berea with possible subs coming on. Subs will be coming on. Moses Leon coming in for Berea. And it looks like that is Nick Zapfi, his first appearance tonight for the Grizzlies coming on. Coach Grauman sending in his defensive-minded players to hold this lead. Van der Leen header out. High kick. Yanfi looking for it. Guarded by Ramsey. Yanfi gets it back around one. To Nunez. Stop there. And Van der Leen now with it. Tries to get around 3 defenders. Gets around one. Goes down. No call from the officials as Leon now gets back up. Sent forward. Escamilla will get it now as the Franklin's back on the counterattack with 2:11 to go. Long kick there from Mendy, goes out, goal kick. Under 2 to go. 1:55. We're now in the 80th minute here with 1:49 left to go. Clock winding down. Grizzlies still up 2-0. Clark on the goal kick now. Sets up in the box. He'll get the ball off with under 1.5 to go. Clark, low line drive. Over, that'll go off the head of one of the Berea players over to Jean-Paul Nunez. Nunez forward, over to Max Jr. on the near side. Max looking for options, sends it in. Far right goal kick once again. Was offside possibly anyways. As we now enter into the final minute of the game. 1 minute remaining here at Foss Stadium. Grizzlies still up 2-0. They are 1 minute away from going back-to-back wins at home. First time since 2016 that has happened. Yam trying to get on one, goes down. Clark jumps up, saves it. We've got it looks like there was a late foul call there as Yamfi pulled another foul out of the hat there. With 17 seconds, they're looking to try and get at least a score, not get shut out here. 12 seconds. Yaffe shot and blocked by the wall. Yaffe tries again. Clark picks it up, and that's going to be the game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Franklin at home downs the Mountaineers of Berea to win back-to-back home games for the first time since 2016. 2-0 is your final score. Goals, 52nd minute. Ethan Baker opened up the scoring off the assist from Nance Camilla off the set piece. Then the 68th minute, Dylan Neal scored his first, assisted by Thomas Samuel. Let's go to the stats real quick. That was Dylan Neal's second goal of the season, Ethan Baker's first for Franklin. So Franklin had 15 shots, 8 of them on goal, 6 saves there by Clark, 8 corners, 3 offsides, 12 fouls, and a yellow card on the official scorebook as of this moment. Meanwhile, for Berea, 9 shots, 6 of them on goal, 6 saves, 5 corners, 3 offside calls, 14 fouls, and 1 yellow card. Leading scorers once again for your Grizzlies, Ethan Baker getting the first one to open it up, as well as Dylan Neal. Dylan Neal led the team in shots. He had 5 shots for them on goal with the 1 goal. Escamilla and Samuel with assists each in that game. Meanwhile, for the Mountaineers, Emiliano Torres Vera had a shot. It was on goal. Julio Vargas Regulera also had 1. Junior Yamfi led the team in shots with 2 shots, 1 on goal, while Max Jr. had 2 shots, none of them on goal. Bobby Putin picked up a yellow card for Franklin, and Max Jr. picked up a yellow card for Franklin. So once again, 2-0 final here at Red Fox Stadium. Franklin going back-to-back at home for the first time since 2016. Next up for Franklin, they start their road trip as they will travel to Wilmington, Ohio to take on Wilmington at 7 p.m. on the 22nd. Then they'll travel up to conference rival Manchester for the 29th at 7:30 start. Then on to Anderson for a 3:30 start on October 2nd. And Rose-Hulman will be the last game of the road trip with a 7 p.m. start on October 6th. They'll be back October 9th at home for a 2-game homestand against Earlham and Hanover on the 9th and 13th. Then back on the road once again to go on to Mount St. Joe and Bluffton. Then be back home for the last 2 games against Defiance and ending the regular season out against Transylvania. Once again, you've been watching Franklin College Men's Soccer here on Grizz TV, brought to you by the Huba Automotive Group. I'm Brandon Barga. I've been glad to be here with you tonight. Hope to be with you for the next one, which will be that Earlham game on the 9th for Franklin College Athletics and the HCAC and the NCAA. Good night and have a great week.